What's going on, everybody? Matt Malatesta here in the VYPE Coach's Corner. New head coach of new school, the Lamar Consolidated ISD, Tomas High School. Coach Kiah Johnson, the new campus coordinator, football coach. Coach, welcome on. You're coming from Lamar Consolidated High School into the new Lamar Consolidated ISD school. So you kind of know the vibe. You kind of know what to think. But what is it going to be like opening a new school?
Well, I know it's going to be a challenge. I know it's not going to be easy. There's a lot of things that still, that's been thrown my way right now. So I'm just learning about the process. I'm learning about what stage they are in opening it, access to certain facilities. So it's going to be a challenge, an exciting challenge, something different, something new. But I welcome the challenge and everything that it brings. So I think it's going to be really fun.
It is kind of cool because you kind of can set your own brand. You can kind of, it's more of a marketing play than at the beginning. So, talk about your history in Lamar Consolidated. People might not know this, from middle school all the way to Lamar Consolidated High School. Just talk about, you're kind of a lifer as it relates to coaching in this district.
That's correct. I started back, I want to say, in 08, 09 at George Junior High. That is the campus that feeds directly into Terry High School. So I started out as a George Gator. Can you believe that? And I worked under Takel, who was the head coach at Terry at that time, before I was able to take over Lamar Junior High about 4 or 5 years after that. Then I made the transition 4 or 5 years after that to the high school. And so, yes, I started here. I actually started at a private school out there in Katy at Pope John 23rd before I started working in the public sector, and pretty much been in Lamar CISD for that whole time. So great district, grew with it, and it is still growing and outgrowing everybody else around us. So that's why we're trying to build and catch up.
It really is. So, Fulsheur's had tremendous success. Let's see, Randall just won a state championship in football. Fulsheur volleyball was in the state finals.
Yes.
Foster water polo.
Yes.
I think it was Fulsheur girls basketball had a great run. What is it? That district's really slept on. There's a lot of really good teams and athletes over there. Why is that? And are you looking to tap into that?
Well, of course, I'm looking to tap into it. I think people just want to if you look at the area where we're located, we're right outside of Sugar Land. And then when you go up to the Foster and Fulsheur, you're real close to Katy. And all around those areas, you're talking about huge neighborhoods that are booming and continue to grow. We have so much land out here. And so, a lot of people kind of starting to move back towards the city, but this is a great area because you get the city feel right here with being so close to Sugar Land, having so many city sitters around us. And I think it's just a great location to raise your family. And I think that's one reason why a lot of people are starting to come in this direction. And I think it has a great, rich history of winning success with Terry and Lamar back in the day. And I just think a lot of those families are still here and coming back. And I think that is also bringing other families in this direction. So I think that is pretty much kind of what is keeping us going and keeping us successful. And of course, bringing in great coaches as well, along with the great kids that we have in this district.
Well, I'll tell you what, people might not know your story either. Really good football player. Sister was a great track athlete. You end up playing for a little bit for the Chicago Bears. Just talk about after your career,
right?
How important is athletics and extracurriculars to kids?
Well, I'm glad you said that and asked that question, but you left out my younger brother, who's a twin to my sister, who played over 16 years in the NBA.
Rashard Lewis.
Rashard Lewis, you can't forget that. I think he is for what he has done for our family and for the Houston area. He doesn't really brag or boast, but he does a lot from here all the way back to Seattle that he continue to travel back and forth. But moving on to extracurricular activities, I believe what it does for kids is really to give them a chance to be a part of something. I think a lot of people just long to belong, and today's time in society, everybody's stuck in their phone, stuck in their own little media world, and the connection is starting to break a lot. But with football, with basketball, with all of our sports, that connectivity is still, they have to be there to be successful and to succeed. So I think that is very important for any school, for our families, for our neighborhoods, and for our communities. For one, we have kids that just want to be a manager because they want to be a part of something. And I think the more people you get involved in curriculum, I think the spirit of the school grows. I think the atmosphere and the culture it becomes fantastic, and and everybody have a chance to say, hey, look what we did, look who what I'm a part of. And I think it's good for every young kid to have that sense of security, sense of worth and value.
Well, I tell you what, you got your hands full with putting together a new school, but what does Kiah Johnson do for fun?
Honestly, the quieter it is, the better. So for fun for me is an afternoon on the golf course with a couple of my other football buddies, and we'll barely even talk football. We'll just play and talk trash to one another. I love to sit on the porch, just and just relax, But I'm an avid golfer, and at the time. But I do have time. But that is pretty much what I like to do for fun. I sit, I have my daughter first year at UT, so she's out of the house now, and my son is a freshman in high school. So we are a close-knit family. We do a lot of things together. It's very fun in the house. Everybody has a great sense of humor, and so being around family a lot is pretty much what I do in the off time with my mom, my brothers in town. So we always get the families together and have a blast. So.
Well, hey, I'm excited to see what you can do over there at Tomas High School, the new school in Lamar Consolidated ISD. Again, that district has been putting together some tremendous teams, seasons, kids, administrators, coaches. Coach, good luck. We'll see you down the road when this thing is popping off, my guy.
Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
You bet. Hey, this is Matt with VYPE. We'll see you at the games.